Jura. Jura is one of the most compelling antagonists introduced in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, standing out not only as a powerhouse, but as the strategist who directs the Shinju's coordinated assault. With his striking white hair, composed demeanor, and Rinnegan eyes, Jura exudes an aura of calculated menace. Unlike Code or Kawaki, who inherited power through legacy, Jura is unique, born directly from the Ten Tails. This makes him not a reincarnation, vessel, or clone, but an entirely new entity, representing the Ten Tails' evolution into a conscious and autonomous being. What sets Jura apart is his intelligence. During his clash with Himawari, he didn't attack recklessly. Instead, he studied her, quickly realizing the hidden power of Kurama's chakra within her. His ability to adapt mid-battle highlights his analytical nature, contrasting the mindless destruction of past Ten Tails forms. He uses the Rinnegan with precision, launching devastating chakra spheres comparable to tailed beast bombs, while his regeneration and enhanced transformations keep him on par with elite shinobi. Philosophically, Jura elevates himself beyond brute force. He reflects on love, existence, and evolution, framing the Shinju's rise as more than instinct. It's ideology. This makes him as much a thinker as a fighter, and his tactical intelligence is evident in his shifting priorities. With Naruto removed from the battlefield, Jura quickly retargeted Himawari, seeing her as the new key. Currently, Jura leads alongside Hidari, reshaping the Shinju into coordinated agents of strategy rather than wild beasts. His actions mark a turning point in the Boruto era. Enemies who don't just fight, but plan, adapt, and think long-term. Jura is more than muscle. He is the mind of the Shinju's evolution, a villain rewriting the rules of battle. Hidari. Hidari is a god tree clone born from Sasuke Uchiha's chakra, inheriting not only Sasuke's abilities, but also his tactical instincts. With his silent demeanor and Sharingan constantly active, he mirrors Sasuke's fighting style almost perfectly. In his clash with Sarada, Hidari demonstrated calculated precision, planting claw marks in advance to restrict her movement and lure her into a trap. His patience and foresight reveal combat intelligence on par with Sasuke in his prime. Unlike Jura, who is an original entity, Hidari is a replica shaped through Code's manipulation of the Ten Tails. Sasuke's capture within a god tree supplied the chakra that birthed Hidari, explaining his fixation on Sarada. This focus isn't emotional but programmed. Eliminate the last Uchiha heir before she grows into a major threat. Hidari wields the Sharingan to read movements, strikes with refined kenjutsu, and channels lightning release for destructive speed. His most dangerous tool is his mastery of claw marks, enabling teleportation, ambushes, and instant repositioning in battle. Even after defeat, his regeneration through the Thorn Soul Bulb proves the resilience of Shinju clones. Currently, Hidari targets Sarada directly, while also battling Sumire and Konohamaru within Konoha. His style is surgical, precise, efficient, and devoid of collateral chaos. As Jura's closest partner, he fulfills the role of assassin and enforcer, ensuring missions succeed with lethal accuracy. Together, Jura and Hidari redefine the Shinju as more than monsters. They are coordinated, strategic forces shaping the future conflict. Matsuri. Matsuri is the Shinju clone born from Moegi Kazamatsuri's chakra after she was absorbed by a transformed god tree. Though she carries Moegi's face and voice, all warmth is gone, replaced by icy precision and emotional detachment. Her greatest weapon isn't raw power, but psychological warfare. Against Konohamaru, she mimicked Moegi's tone and gestures to exploit his hesitation, forcing him to fight a ghost of someone he once trusted. Unlike Jura or Hidari, Matsuri isn't designed for direct destruction. Her role is infiltration and destabilization. She attacks bonds, targeting the Ino-Shikacho trio and Konohamaru to fracture the teamwork model Konoha relies on. By blurring truth and illusion, she manipulates memories mid-battle, confusing morale and creating tactical openings. Her Earth release techniques make her an adaptive fighter, shaping walls, traps, and terrain shifts to disrupt formations. Matsuri uses the battlefield itself as a psychological tool, breaking synchronization and forcing her enemies into isolation. Agile and unpredictable, she corners opponents while taunting them with echoes of Moegi's past words. Her existence challenges Konohamaru to separate duty from emotion, making their battle as much internal as external. Matsuri embodies the Shinju's silent warfare, fracturing trust, provoking doubt, and dismantling resistance from within. Mamushi. Mamushi is a Shinju clone born from Bug's chakra after he was absorbed by the God Tree, activated through clawgrime infection. While Bug survived through schemes and loyalty shifts, Mamushi is his opposite, feral, predatory, and completely unrestrained. He hunts without hesitation, destabilizing the battlefield through speed and chaos. Unlike traditional fighters, Mamushi uses no weapons. His body itself has become a weapon, morphing into root-like tendrils that stab through walls or ensnare enemies mid-combat. This adaptability, fueled by Ten-Tail's chakra, makes him nearly impossible to predict. He's not just dangerous in battle, he's unnervingly perceptive. When Ada observes with her Senrigan, Mamushi is one of the few who senses her gaze and shifts tactics, blurring her vision with relentless movement and counter-surveillance awareness. Psychologically, his resemblance to Bug unsettles Ada and Damon, exploiting their past ties to Kara. His focus isn't on power like Jura, or emotional manipulation like Matsuri. Instead, Mamushi embodies a primal threat: observe, adapt, ambush, eliminate. His silence and unpredictability make him a nightmare to track. Mamushi's primary targets are Ada and Damon, his instincts carrying over Bug's unresolved tension with them. He infiltrates through underground movement, bypassing Konoha's defenses to strike directly. His role within the Shinju appears to be tactical sabotage, isolating enemies and applying pressure where brute force might fail. Currently active and still in pursuit, Mamushi represents the shadow of the Shinju. Not the loudest or the strongest, but the one who never stops advancing. Relentless, adaptive, and lethal in silence. Ryu is a Shinju clone forged from Shinki's chakra after Claw Grime infected him during Gaara's defense in Tsunagakure. He carries Shinki's cool composure but strips away restraint, moving with sharper angles, faster decisions, and a ruthlessly tactical mindset. Where Shinki often prioritizes control, Ryu treats combat like a board game, mapping terrain, testing responses, and exploiting small positional errors until an opening appears. His magnet release turns iron sand into a precision instrument. Ryu doesn't just form shields or waves, he threads metallic grains into snares that bind weapons, restrict joints, and disrupt chakra flow. Mid-fight, he even yanked Araya's sword back by reading its residual chakra, flipping momentum in an instant. These micro-traps and targeted steals prove he understands how to dismantle an opponent's toolkit before breaking the opponent themselves. Ryu's combat IQ shows against Sarada and Mitsuki. He keeps range, layers the field with pressure points, and forces initiations on his terms. Against Genjutsu, he bounces metallic echoes through the environment to scramble perception, while Ten-Tail's boosted reflexes let him counter sudden speed spikes. He speaks little, revealing nothing. That emotional vacancy becomes a weapon, unsettling rivals and controlling tempo. Symbolically, his fixation on Gaara cuts deep. Shinki, Gaara's adopted son, was a shield for the sand. Ryu, born from that same iron, turns the desert's strength back on its guardian, twisting legacy into threat. It's calculated, not personal. Eliminate leaders, fracture lines, study how bonds resist, then break them. Active within Konoha's theater, Ryu survives counters and keeps adapting. He doesn't aim to overwhelm, he aims to unmake. Formations, stamina, trust, piece by piece. With Ten-Tail's physiology for staying power and magnet release for total field control, Ryu stands as the Shinju's scalpel, deliberate, economical, and relentlessly precise. I'm working hard every day to bring you more Naruto content, and my big goal now is reaching 1,000 subscribers. If you enjoy the videos, please hit that subscribe button and support me on this journey.